also glad that you're all here. I was kind of scared after the info session last time that a few wouldn't show up because I kind of talked bad about my own language. Like, it is a difficult language to learn, and it will need a lot of studying. It will probably need a lot of patience, but seeing you all here, I'm confident that we'll get you to a decent level at least by the end of the year. So, since we had our info session last time where we didn't really speak any German, we'll get into getting to know each other tonight. So, what that means is I want you all to be able to tell me who you are, maybe where you come from, how old you are, how you are, how you feel like, and maybe, for example, what your something special, what your favorite maybe food is, maybe what your favorite sport is, what you do for a living. Really, we can be very individual here since the class isn't that big this year. Last year the one was a bit difficult, but this year not too many people, which I'm glad about, because that way we can get into the individual stuff really easy. So if you want to know anything specific, please tell me and I'll get back to it. Maybe on a later time when it's more fitting into the schedule that we have ahead of us, but we can also just do it at the moment then, Rico. If it's just a word, I'll tell you, and we're good to go. So, willkommen zum Deutschkurs. That is today's topic. Willkommen, of course, being the equivalent to welcome, and Deutsch being German. Deutsch is, Deutschland. You probably heard Deutschland before. Maybe in a bad connection with the war, but it is still my home country, and I hope that I can kind of make you appreciate the language. It can be very beautiful, especially in poetry and songs. It can be very soft, but a lot of people tend to feel it as very hard, very a lot of edges, a lot of harsh sounds, and that is true. But still, it can still sound very soft and very wonderful poems. But okay, I'm wandering off. I'm rambling already. Let's get to the gist now. You want to learn German, and if you meet a German person and you want to tell him, "Hello, my name is," what would you say? Any ideas? Okay, now this is a beginner's German learning class, so I wouldn't expect that. Don't worry. So you can say one of two things, same as in English. You can say either "I am Gabriel" in my situation, or "My name is Gabriel." "I am" is more used, but both are perfectly fine. So "My name is" would be "Mein Name ist." Not that difficult at all. Mein Name ist Gabriel. Gabriel. A bit of a different pronunciation there, but not that difficult. For example, Laura would be Laura. Just a simple thing that you can just say Laura and they'll be fine. So, mein Name ist Gabriel. Mein Name ist. Mein Name ist. Or you say I am, which is ich bin, which is also perfectly fine. Mostly depends on the question you are asked, or what exactly you want to say. The same as in English, you can use I am for a lot of things. Not only I am Gabriel, but also I am tired, I am hungry, ich bin müde, ich bin hungrig. So maybe I'll write those down for you. Okay, we have I am, which is ich bin. I hope you can all read my handwriting, but it should be fine. Ich bin, or you have mein Name ist. Mein Name ist. And then, of course, you say your name. see, the second word in the second sentence is written in a capital letter, or is written with a capital letter, and that is something that is a huge difference in writing from German and English. Germans write the first letter of each noun big, so words like football, soccer, sock, pullover, drawer, really any noun is written with a capital letter. So since the name is a noun, of course, name, therefore, of course, it has to be written with a capital letter, and your name then, of course, as in English, written with a capital letter. So it's mein Name ist Gabriel. Now, what would you want to say afterwards? If you're introducing yourself, maybe the first few lines in a maybe in a portfolio about yourself. I don't know where you want to use that in a conversation too. Maybe how old you are. So, how old are you? I am at the moment 21 years old. Now, if you want to say I am 21 years old, you say ich bin. Again, I am, and then 21 years old. 21, which is 21 years, Jahre alt, old. So we have ich bin 21 Jahre alt. As you can see, uses the same structure again. I am, ich bin. And just the numbers, we'll get to that later, all the numbers. I mean, a lot of people know the numbers from 1 to 10 different languages, so just real quick, you don't need to write that down, don't need to learn that yet. Just 1 to 10 is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, okay? 1 to 10, 1 bis 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. A lot of people really like 10. I don't know why, like as a word. 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. Yeah, but okay, let's get to age now. I am, ich bin. Then of course your age. And then years old. Okay, so now we have ich bin 21 Jahre alt. Now you can all please just tell me your age, and I'll tell you exactly what number that is in German. Just you so heard it already that you can write it down. The number system is not that difficult in German. It's the same as in English with the 20s and the 30s, of course, and all that. Not like in French where you have like 4 times 20, I think is 80. It's not like that. 80 is 80. 8, of course, being 8, and then just zig at the end, and then 81, so 1 and 80. It's really not that difficult, okay? But I don't think you all are 81 already, so how old are you guys? Okay, so 18 is 18. 8 being 8 and 10 being 10. It's simple. It's only that simple. 18. Then 22 is 22 being 2 and 20, 22. Okay, 25. Now I'll tell you what 5 is and I'll tell you what 20 is, and you'll just piece them together. So 20 is 20 and 5 is 5. 5. Okay. I know what you mean. I'll repeat that a few times now. 5 is special. Let me just write that down right quick for you. 5 is special as in it is the first word that you encounter that has an umlaut. Now look at this. 5. It's not written that beautiful, but whatever. 5 now. Were you to read that with an English pronunciation would be 5, but U is of course it's also is, of course, pronounced differently in German. I'm sorry if I'm sometimes kind of fishing for words here. But U, the U is of course pronounced differently. It's U in German, so it would be fünf. Like you have, like there's a dialect that does that. That doesn't say fun, it says fun. I think it's kind of British Londonish, something like that. But I'm not sure. Please don't don't take my word for that. But fünf, and with the double, like with the umlaut points, it's different. It just becomes a new sound. It's ü, fünf. It's not that difficult once you get used to it. It's just it's a new again letter. It's a new letter just in your vocabulary. You need to learn the letters and the sounds that they make. There's 3 umlauts. There's ü, and of course. The umlauts being on a, being on u, being ü, and then on o, being ö. Not difficult. We'll get to that now. Again, I'm kind of wandering off again. Okay, where were we? Okay, talking about yourself now. We say, ich bin 21. I'm not 22, I'm 21. 21 Jahre alt. I'm 21 years old. And let's talk about where I am from. So, I am from Germany. You can, of course, say I am from, for example, Berlin in Germany. That's not that different than in English, but we'll start with the country first. So I am is once again ich bin, really easy. From is von oder or aus. I was kind of thinking German there. So in this case we use aus, just accept it at the moment. Ich bin aus, and then Deutschland. So ich bin aus Deutschland. And that really depends where you are from, of course. So let's do it. Ich bin aus. Or there's another thing that you can do. Instead of saying ich bin aus and meaning I am from, you can also say ich komme aus, which means I am coming from, which is a very more, it's not more used than ich bin aus, but it is more common than the English version, I'm coming from. So let's also write that down. Ich komme. Okay, I hope once again that you can read my handwriting here. Ich bin aus or ich komme aus. And then it depends where you are from now. India would be Indian, very similar. England or Britain would be England or Großbritannien. Now Great Britain, Großbritannien, great meaning groß. It's a word for word translation. So Großbritannien, you can just take England if you're from England. Scotland, if you're from Scotland, it's just SCHOTTLAND. Scotland. Wales is Wales. Ireland is Ireland. It's spelled the same, but it's called Ireland. And Northern Ireland is Nordirland. So USA is USA. You can just write USA and everybody will understand you. Theoretically, it is die Vereinigten Staaten von Nordamerika. But you don't want to write that down. That's just the translation of United States of America. Just write USA. Everybody will understand you in Germany. Don't you worry. Okay, so we now have 3 sentences. We have I am or my name is. We have I am years old, and we have I am from. Now, what would you continue? How would you continue? Would you say, how are you feeling? I am feeling fine. I'm comfortable. Or would you say, my favorite food, something special? You come to me, I'll tell you. I'll just give a few examples. Just name them real quick. For example, you can say, my favorite food is is lasagna. Now that would be my Lieblingsessen, which is favorite food. Lieblings being favorite. It's a you put that in front of the noun, and it's one noun together. So, for example, you want to say my favorite sport is sport being Sport. Mein Lieblingssport. A favorite sport then becomes one word being Lieblingssport, and of course that's a noun, so it's written with a capital L. And that's the same with most other things with favorite in them. So my favorite food would be mein Lieblingsessen, and then ist Lasagne. Lasagne. Just a pronunciation thing, nothing to worry about. Lasagne. 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 No problem. Why am I thinking about lasagna? Because I had some for lunch tonight. Today, I had lasagna for lunch today. If you want to say that, I had Lasagne zum Mittag vor Lunch heute. It's ich hatte heute, you put the today more in front. Ich hatte heute zum Mittag Lasagne. I had lasagna for lunch today. Okay. What do you want to say? Another example, maybe. Maybe you want to say, I have 3 siblings or something. Ich habe 3 Geschwister. Siblings is Geschwister. It's much easier if you say brothers, sisters, because that is Brüder, Schwestern, Brüder. Now, once again, Brüder being with the umlaut Ü. Let me write that down for you. Now, Brüder. This is the spelling of Brüder. Now, the thing about Brüder is, it is the plural of one brother, 2 brothers in German. Sometimes not that easy. It's ein Bruder and 2 Brüder. Now, the U from Bruder, which is singular, just becomes an umlaut, and it's the plural already. So maybe it is easy. Instead of the S at the end, you just put 2 dots above the U, and you have Brüder instead of Bruder. So, if you were to say, I have 2 brothers and a sister, you say, I have 2. Yeah, what 2 is? 2, correct. Ich habe 2 Brüder. Then, and a sister is und eine. A is just eine in German, eine being 1. Eine Schwester, sister, also not that different sound-wise. The only thing that's very different in my opinion is Geschwister from siblings. I don't know. Geschwister is also very similar to sister or sisters or Schwestern, of course. Anyway, so you could say, I have 2 brothers and a sister, which would be ich habe 2 Brüder und eine Schwester. Now, what do you want to say? Tell me. Okay. Okay, so you want to say you like soccer, just that. Okay, yeah, that's perfectly fine. You like, okay, something. To like something is etwas mögen. To mögen etwas. It's a bit difficult to kind of switch back and forth. Etwas is something. So etwas mögen would be like to like something. And if you want to say you like football or soccer, you say ich mag Fußball. Mag being the I form of mögen. So it's ich mag Fußball. In German, Fußball means the English soccer, and American football is football in German. So that's not really a word for football, but it's not football anyway because you played with your hands, so named it football anyway. Soccer is Fußball in German, pretty much. Fußball just meaning foot and ball, so it can be that easy. So ich mag Fußball. Write that down. Yeah, superb. Super means very good. It's like, it probably is superb in English, but it's super is very good. So if I say super, don't be worried. It's a positive reaction. Okay, what do you want to say? Okay, you want to say you enjoy ASMR videos. Okay, now enjoy is going to be the same word as like. You like ASMR videos should be fine, right? Because they pretty much have the same translation. Of course, you could do it differently, but we'll not get into that. Might go too deep right now. Just say you like ASMR videos, perfectly fine. Same like the same as in football. Ich mag again, as in I like. Ich mögen. And then of course the I form, first person singular. And ich mag ASMR doesn't have a German translation, and videos is videos, so no difference in spelling. Just remember that videos is a noun and therefore has to be spelled with a capital V. So ich mag ASMR videos. Not that difficult, not that difficult. Okay, and one last, what do you want to say? Okay. Okay, your favorite book is what again? Oh, Moby Dick. Okay, you want to say your favorite book is Moby Dick? Okay, Moby Dick is the same in German. It's also called Moby Dick. There's no translation of the title or something, so that is not the problem. And your is dein, but of course say my. Then it's mine, like the English mine, but it just doesn't mean the same. It used to be the same in Old English actually, or very similar. Not sure about quite the same, but you say mein Lieblingsbuch. Buch is book, so of course Lieblingsbuch, as we learned, as one noun. Mein Lieblingsbuch ist Moby Dick, and that's it. It's really not that difficult, yeah. Okay, well, looking at the time, we are already almost through today, so let me just give you a goodbye by introducing myself one time fully in German, so that you know what I want to hear from you next time. Now, the pronunciation, of course, doesn't have to be perfect at all. That's really not the problem. Spelling doesn't have to be perfect. It's important that you practice it a bit, just try it a bit, speak a bit, and of course, if you hear German, that's also very beneficial because you get used to the pronunciation. So maybe listen to a few German songs. There are very good German songs. I can name you a few after the lesson if you want. German poetry is amazing, some of it, although I wouldn't start with poetry directly. Songs are very good introduction. For example, 99 Luftballons by Lena, 99 Balloons. I think it's Red Balloons in English, I don't know. There's a translated version, but listen to the German one, it's very good. And a lot of other songs, you'll have it very easy to find kind of your introduction to German music. So, let me just introduce myself real quick. Mein Name ist Gabriel. Ich bin 21 Jahre alt. Ich komme aus Deutschland. Ich bin euer Deutschlehrer. Now the last one is, I am your German teacher. Anyway, thanks so much. Oh my god, it's the German in me. Thanks so much for coming to today's lesson. I hope you enjoyed it. I hope you'll be back next week for the next German lesson, and I hope I'll see you then. Goodbye, good night.